Pay attention. The watch world is changing, not led by the household names you already know, but by the ones flying under the radar. These small brands are making waves, not with flashy ads, but with thoughtful design, unique stories, and relentless dedication. Microbrands and independents are rising, connecting people to watches in ways big brands can't. Each piece tells a story, each design carries purpose. Let's explore a selection of them, each distinctive, each proving that small teams with vision can craft watches that deserve your time and your wrist. You remember those Kickstarter days, right? A new brand every other day. Some looked great, most faded fast. Baltic didn't. And that's the part you should pay attention to. Back in 2017, Etienne Malek didn't just jump into watchmaking. He waited, spent over a decade thinking. Then finally launched Baltic, not with wild promises, just vintage-inspired watches. Clean, focused, purposeful. The HMS 001 and Bicompact 001 came first, rooted in his father's old collection. That hit home for a lot of us. Then came the Aquascaf, their standout diver, rugged, retro and somehow fresh. It became their most talked about model, and for good reason. It's not trying too hard, it just works. But if you really want to see how far Baltic has come, take a look at their Only Watch 2021 piece. And a one-off doctor's chronograph using a restored 1940s Venus movement. That wasn't just smart, it was bold. Sold for 50,000 Swiss francs and earned respect. Since then, Baltic hasn't slowed down. You've got micro rotors like the MR01, tri-compacts chronos, collabs with some serious names. They're building a catalogue that keeps growing, not just in size, but maturity. Where Baltic feels classic and steady, Brew's all about pace and vibe. And you feel it the moment you see one. Back in 2015, Jonathan Ferrer launched Brew through Kickstarter. Not just with another minimal watch, but with a story. One rooted in espresso machines, cafe culture, and a need to pause in the middle of chaos. And that idea, it clicked. What started with a single brew timer design grew into a full-fledged collection. The retrograph from 2018 really changed the game. Rectangular case, Seiko Mica quartz engine, and a layout that just made sense. It looked different, and it felt confident. Every design since has layered in more of Ferrer's voice. The metric chronograph, it doesn't just look cool, it actually shows you the sweet spot to pull an espresso shot. Smart, but not in your face. Subtle details like these are why the brand exploded from just a few backers to over 15,000 units in sales. You've got watches using Ronda, 3520.D quartz, sapphire crystals, and thoughtful builds. But honestly, what matters more is how they feel. Not rushed, not recycled, just right for the people who wear them. And now Brew's headed for its own New York City boutique. Not bad for a brand that started with just $1,000 and a dream built on coffee breaks. Now shift gears. Selten is not about coffee, not about classic design. It's about texture, light, rarity. Founded in 2017 by Leonardo Tsai, Selten quietly took a different route by letting materials speak first. Have you ever seen a dial made from meteorite? Selten has that. Patina, mother of pearl, aventurine, not used as gimmicks but carved, polished, and layered like real art. They didn't go loud, they went deep. The M1 moon phase is a perfect example. No second hand, just hour and minute, so time flows quietly. The dial, guilloche on mother of pearl that shifts as light hits it. It doesn't shout, it draws you in. Then there's the Flare Sunbird Blue, where every single dial has 700 hand-carved lines. Enamel fired over 800 degrees Celsius. Crafted by an artisan named Chin, who spends 4 hours on each piece before it's even enamelled. Selten didn't start big, but their Kickstarter runs made waves, especially with Series 00, and 01, they've kept pushing, mixing tradition with personal design choices that most brands wouldn't dare touch. This is a brand for those who look past logos and care more about what's underneath. Each release feels like it could have been one of one. And that's the appeal. Now, if you've been enjoying Baltic's focus or Brew's flavour, Serica brings something else to the table. A kind of mechanical, quiet confidence. Born in 2019, Serica wasn't built around trends, it was built on clarity. Jérôme Berger and Gabriel Vachette didn't flood the market with styles. Instead, they launched one solid field watch, the Triple W, which standing for wrist. Watch waterproof, a clean waterproof tool with just the right amount of detail. And from there, they built upward. Their 4512 refined the formula. Then came the 5303. Dive watch, dual scale bezel, uniquely elegant, COSC certified. And yes, it went all the way up Mount Denali, literally. The 83115 GMT, a traveller's tool with personality. The 6190, their first perpetual chronometer, with luminous enamel dials that glow like nothing else. And then, Parade, their dress watch. Slim, shaped, still tough. That's Serica's magic. It's not loud, it's not flashy, it's just focused. If you like watches that speak quietly, but speak well, you'll want to keep your eye on this one. Okay, now picture this. You're standing on a frozen cliff in Norway, and somehow that moment has been captured inside a dial. That's where Straum comes in. Unlike most microbrands, Straum didn't remix what existed. They designed everything, start to finish. Lasse and Øystein, two Norwegian designers, poured their wild landscapes into watch form. The result? Oppav, their debut model. Oppav's dial floats above a concave ring, like ice suspended over dark water. It's not just design, it's geography. And they went even further with Oppav Damascus. Exotic steel, real texture, serious artistry. But then came Jan Mayen, a sportier evolution with an integrated bracelet, 200-metre water resistance, and a La Joux-Perret G101 movement. Still rugged, still dial-focused, but now built for exploration. Every line, every cut is intentional. These aren't mass-produced shells. They're designed thoughtfully. You feel it when you wear one. Well, here comes another microbrand. In 2020, Oscar Tan asked himself something simple. Can a watch mean more than time? That one question became Ikigai Watches. Rooted in the Japanese concept of purpose, each watch is a reminder to live meaningfully. Their first release, the Kami, isn't flashy, but it feels personal. A 40mm cushion-shaped diver with a fully loomed bezel and a sea turtle engraved on the back. It's not just for telling time, it's a nod to endurance, to slow and steady strength. The crane logo, a symbol of healing and hope. Every element has weight. Dial details, textures, the soft brushing on the case. It's all calm and considered. If most watches tell time, Ikigai tries to tell you something. To pause, to reflect, to stay present. Not every wrist needs a statement piece. Sometimes you just need a quiet reminder that you're exactly where you need to be. Now for something completely different. Because while the others look outward, JN Shapiro looks inward, all the way back to American roots. Josh Shapiro didn't start by making watches, he started by mastering engine-turned dials, crafting patterns by hand. And in 2018, he launched the Infinity series, watches that celebrated detail, material, and history. Then he went further. In 2021, JN Shapiro made the first tantalum wristwatch cases outside Switzerland, a huge deal for American horology. But he wasn't done. The resurgence changed everything. This wasn't just a new model, it was the first mechanical watch fully made in America since 1969. Not 60% made, not 80%, 99% of the components. Even Switzerland doesn't require that much. It's not loud, it's not trendy, but it's historic. Shapiro isn't trying to compete with Swiss giants. He's building something from the ground up, proudly American. So if you care about where your watch comes from, not just physically, but philosophically, this is where your attention should turn. Kuoe is a boutique Japanese watch brand founded in 2020 by Kenji Uchimura in Kyoto. Inspired by his discovery of vintage hand-wound watches while studying in London, Uchimura set out to create timepieces that honour classic design with modern craftsmanship. Every watch is meticulously assembled in Kyoto, reflecting the city's rich cultural heritage. The Old Smith series draws from mid-20th century British military watches, featuring compact 35 to 38mm cases, legible dials, and both quartz and automatic movements. The Royal Smith line elevates elegance with breguet numerals, textured dials, and premium Miyota movements. Kuoe's first dive watch, the Sombrero 90-011, offers 20 bar water resistance, a sapphire crystal, and magnetic protection while maintaining a vintage-inspired aesthetic. Kuoe emphasises traditional Japanese techniques and meticulous assembly, producing watches that are durable and culturally connected. If you love watches that combine style, motorsport, and culture, Nezumi is a brand to watch. The Voiture series channels vintage racing vibes with sporty dials and bold chronograph designs. Meanwhile, the Kuoe line draws from military-inspired aesthetics, offering rugged yet stylish pieces. For travellers, the Aviera GMT keeps dual time zones easily readable, while the Voiture Mechanical celebrates a fully mechanical chronograph for collectors seeking heritage and feel. Nezumi doesn't stop at watches. Its Porsche Club, Roughneck Brigade, and collaborations with brands like RUF and even metal legends Anthrax show how the brand merges cars, music, and lifestyle seamlessly. Every collection reflects this unique vision, giving wearers a piece of design that's both functional and full of aestheticness. To have a watch that combines simplicity, clarity, and quality is exactly what Sternglas offers. Based in Hamburg, the brand embraces Bauhaus design, where every line has a purpose and every dial breathes with space. The Naos exemplifies this approach, featuring crisp markers, refined blue hands, and a sapphire crystal rarely found at this price. The Astet pushes minimalism even further, with an automatic movement housed in a slim 8.5mm case, while the Maris diver keeps function front and centre, offering 200 metres of water resistance and strong lume without compromising the clean aesthetic. Sternglas stands out by balancing detail, affordability, and timeless design. Their watches are understated yet refined, easy to wear in almost any setting, and built for those who value thoughtful craftsmanship over flash. Each collection proves that minimalism can be both practical and elegant, offering pieces that are versatile, enduring, and effortlessly stylish. Most watches display time with 2 or 3 hands, but not MeisterSinger. Since 2001, this German brand has embraced simplicity with a single hand. No ticking seconds, no cluttered subdials, just a smooth, relaxed motion inspired by early measuring instruments. The Kanos carries that same philosophy in a sportier form, featuring integrated bracelets and 100 metres of water resistance. The Singularis leans classic, combining sunray pattern dials with elegant leather straps. Then there's the Bell Hora, a distinctive piece that softly chimes every hour, a reminder for those who view time as a gentle rhythm, not a race. With its blend of German design and Swiss precision, MeisterSinger creates watches that feel deliberate and reflective. It's not about counting minutes, it's about experiencing them. A MeisterSinger doesn't rush you, it invites you to live in the moment, with time as your calm companion. This British independent brand dares to step outside the norm. Möels Co creates timepieces that feel born from a mid-century design studio. the 528 stands out with its rectangular case based on the golden ratio and an asymmetric dial that doesn't just mark hours, but presents them like art. Metallic shades from the orbital palette lend a cosmic glow, while the Seleta movement and double-domed sapphire ensure reliability and clarity. The 369 extends that aesthetic with a modern integrated bracelet and a dial from the Stellar palette, capturing soft celestial hues. Each watch is Swiss assembled, but carries an unmistakable British personality, bold, refined, and subtly exclusive. For those who view a watch as more than an instrument of time, Möels Co offers a perfect balance of design integrity and precision engineering, making every glance at the wrist a moment of quiet appreciation. Sometimes the most refreshing watch brands feel timeless from the start, and Elka is one of them. Founded in 2022 by Hakim El-Kadiri, it captures a 1960s essence with smooth, minimalist designs that feel familiar yet new. The Arenas embodies this perfectly. A retro-styled skin diver featuring a black dial, ceramic bezel, and signature arrow minute hand. It pairs effortlessly with a Milanese mesh or tropic strap, housing the reliable Seleta and offering 200 meters of water resistance. The X series takes inspiration from vintage Hoya flight instruments, blending heritage with relaxed everyday versatility. Every model reflects patience and care, Swiss-made movements, sapphire crystals, and considered strap choices. Elka isn't about trends, it's about creating lasting pieces that feel like future heirlooms. These watches don't just mark time, they carry a quiet continuity, built to be worn, remembered, and eventually passed on. Step into the world of Sarpaneva, where the moon becomes more than a complication. It becomes a character. Finnish independent watchmaker Stepan Sarpaneva has crafted timepieces that feel alive, blending mechanical mastery with artistic storytelling. The Corona series showcases bold cases paired with intricate dials, often crowned by Sarpaneva's signature moon face, a whimsical yet haunting emblem that defines the brand. Meanwhile, the Lunations collection pushes the boundaries of horology, featuring a moon phase so precise it drifts only once every 14,000 years. There's a unique poetry in each watch, sometimes dark, sometimes playful, always deliberate. Sarpaneva eschews trends, ensuring every piece is rare, personal, and unmistakably expressive. From the meticulous finishing to the subtle storytelling embedded in the dial, these watches invite wearers into a world where time is not just measured, but experienced. Sarpaneva transforms the wrist into an canvas, merging artistry, precision, and imagination in every creation. When you hear the name Spinnaker, think of open seas, freedom, and timeless adventure. Founded in the early 2000s under Dartmouth brands, this modern watchmaker takes its name from the sail that captures the wind, perfectly symbolising its spirit of exploration. Spinnaker's design philosophy bridges the past and present, blending vintage nautical style with dependable modern engineering. Their timepieces draw inspiration from the golden age of diving, stainless steel cases, sandwich dials, and reliable automatic movements like the Seiko NH35 or Miyota 8215. Each collection tells its own story. The Floss honours diving pioneer Henry Floss, the Bradner revives retro compressor charm, the Hull reimagines classic cushion divers, and the Croft channels rugged mid-century tools. Priced between $250 and $600, Spinnaker proves quality without the need to break the bank. Founded by Nathan Trafford, a designer from Northern England now based in Austin, Texas, Trafford Watch Company blends British roots with American creativity. Nathan began by designing digital watch faces before turning his passion into full-scale mechanical watchmaking. His approach centres on storytelling. Each collection captures a distinct narrative, from historical legacies to personal journeys. The SOE Roadster pays tribute to World War II spies who were also racing drivers, blending Bugatti-inspired elegance with motorsport details. Crossroads reflects life's turning points through its softened geometric design, while the Touring GMT combines vibrant dials and true travel functionality powered by the Miyota 9075. The Day Tripper celebrates casual adventure with playful colour and clever mechanics. Built with stainless steel, sapphire crystals, and automatic movements, Trafford Watches offer premium craftsmanship without inflated pricing. A true microbrand success that merges design, emotion, and heritage into every watch. Bausele, short for Beyond Australian Elements, combines Australian spirit with Swiss precision. Each watch carries a piece of its homeland: sand, red earth, or coal embedded in the hollow crown. A subtle signature that puts a piece of place on the wrist. Inspired by coastal culture, ocean life, and architecture, Bausele blends lifestyle influences with robust engineering. The brand hit a milestone in 2015 as the first Australian watchmaker at Baselworld, and has since released standout editions, including the Sydney Opera House collaboration, Terra Australis cases, and mil-spec watches supporting veterans. Collections highlight different aspects of Australian culture: the rugged classic Field series, the vibrant ocean-inspired Ocean Moon 5th generation, the elegant Infinite Sunset, the functional mil-spec, and motorsport-themed Bathurst 12 Hours edition. With Swiss movements, stainless steel cases, sapphire crystals, and water resistance up to 200 metres, Bausele is a true premium microbrand that connects wearers to Australia. Laco carries nearly a century of aviation history. Founded in 1925, the brand was among the original makers of B. Uhren pilot watches, and that legacy still informs its modern fliegers. The Augsburg 39 preserves the classic Type A dial once seen in World War II cockpits, oversized numerals, an onion crown designed for gloved hands, and unmatched legibility at a glance. For those seeking a more contemporary tool watch, the Atacama Point 3 combines a slimmer profile, applied indices, and a robust 20 ATM case built for field use. What sets Laco apart is the balance of heritage and functionality. They craft authentic historical recreations alongside modern, reliable watches. So whether you're drawn to aviation history or need a practical, durable companion, Laco delivers both. Every piece reflects German precision and thoughtful design, offering pilots, adventurers, and collectors a watch that honours its past while performing fully in the present. Fairer, a British brand, stands out for its love of colour and exploration. Each Swiss-made piece carries an adventurous charm, vivid dials, refined textures, and designs that balance playfulness with precision. The Aqua Compressor offers true diving reliability with 300 metres of water resistance, a functional compressor case, and vibrant shades like Heckler Hunter Green. Meanwhile, the World Timer keeps global travellers on track with its clear 39mm layout and intuitive time zone display. Behind the artistry lies solid craftsmanship, reliable, durable sapphire crystals, and well-balanced proportions. Fairer's approach blends creativity with capability, proving that a watch can be both a dependable instrument and an expression of character. It celebrates individuality without losing technical integrity, inviting wearers to explore time with colour, confidence, and a touch of British spirit. At last, we arrive at a brand that carries history with a fresh perspective: Serica. Their watches feel as if they've stepped out of a cherished photograph. Dive watches with elegantly balanced bezels, field watches featuring playful California dials, and GMTS in crisp black and white, built for a lifetime of travel. Every piece is COSC certified, with carefully considered dimensions for balance and comfort. The brushed steel cases sit naturally on the wrist, designed to be worn rather than displayed. Serica proves that modern watchmaking can still capture a timeless spirit, offering practical beauty for those who appreciate a watch that lives with them every day. And that wraps up our look at these rising microwatch brands. Small names, big stories, and even bigger potential. If any of these timepieces spoke to you, or if you've got a favourite microbrand we didn't mention, drop it in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to subscribe for more watch stories, reviews, and discoveries.